Hey, you guys, this is Spirit, and thank you so much for joining me here at Living Life with Spirit. I hope you guys are having a marvelous day. Today for me is absolutely beautiful. I'm looking out the window. I don't even know what the temperature is because I haven't been outside, but I'm sure it's cold. But it's really sunny out. It's beautiful. But I came to tell you guys something. I wanted to tell you about the lesson my hair taught me. Okay? So, some of you have been with me for a long time. I've been doing the YouTube videos since, I think, I don't know, 2000. It's been a while. It's been probably close to 10 years. Anyway, so you know that I had um, the locks. I had dreadlocks. And before that, I had my hair was natural. I had the fro. And before that, I had a relaxer. I had a relaxer since I was since childhood. My mom put the relaxer in my hair when I was a kid. So, and I kept it. But then I started noticing my hair started thinning. It was very, it wasn't that noticeable at first. As time progressed, I started noticing the thinning mostly right here in the top. And so which is what prompted me to go natural. So, and by natural, I mean no relaxer. I still did some color sometimes, and then as I got older and started getting some gray hair, then I started doing color and a little bit more often, um and then I switched to henna, still trying to not put this stress on my hair because it was continuously thinning. So then I said, let me just lock it. I'm going to just get it locked, and then I don't have to, mess with it, don't have to maneuver it. And I'm not going to be putting any stress on it, from combing it so much or at all, really. So I locked in 2010. So I wore my locks for up until last year, 2020. So I had them for 10 years. I loved my locks. They grew nice, but I noticed as they were growing out, they were thinning more and more at the roots. So eventually they were almost looking like sister locks. They were still pretty, but man, that thinning in the top just got worse and worse. And then sometimes I'm trying to hide it, with certain styles so it wouldn't show so much. It was just really uncomfortable, and it became too much work for me. And so one day, I was starting to feel, what, you're gonna have to cut this off because it's just starting to be too much. And it was a hassle. So one day I told my husband, he didn't know the process. This is a whole internal process I'm going through. So I hadn't talked with him about it. And I was like, babe, I'm gonna let you know, one day you might come home and your wife is gonna be bald. She's gonna be bald because I'm starting to feel like it's about time to cut this off. And I was very self-conscious about it. That's too much work. So and I don't know, I'm thinking, I know other women who have gone through it, and that's a whole process. It messes with your self-esteem. We put so much pride in our hair, and I still do. If I could get my hair to grow back, I would do it. I would let it. But I don't know, it's gonna do what it's gonna do, and I'm not gonna worry about that. But so one day I heard in my spirit, which it wasn't the first time that I heard it. You know how you get that intuition, that encouragement or a warning or something that just comes from the inside. And it said, y'all excuse my ebonics because that's how my spirit talked to me. Don't be trying to hold on to nothing that ain't trying to hold on to you, is what it said. It was not proper. It was not at all. And I understood just what it was saying. Don't be trying to hold on to nothing that's not trying to hold on to you. I was like, I hear you. I got you. And that wasn't the first time, because it's what's funny is Spencer, my husband, when I met him, he had the hair that started back here. You know how the men do. They don't want to let it go. And I was like, I'm gonna need you to let that go. And I told him that. So funny, I'm telling him that. And my spirit tells me the same thing. Okay, you're not gonna be giving other people advice that you won't take yourself. I'm like, but I'm a woman. Anyway, one morning I woke up and I was feeling it pretty strong. I was like, okay, the day is coming soon that I'm gonna cut my hair off. So I got up, I went to the bathroom, walked past the mirror, looked at the mirror. I said, ooh, today is the day. I just felt it like today is the day. Listen, I didn't even use, you know, scissors for the shears for hair. I came in my office. I got my scissors that I use for whatever, paper, whatever I need it for. And the first couple of locks that I cut, I was perspiring because I was nervous. But I'm telling you, by that fifth lock, listen, I started feeling liberated. I started feeling like I was just, with every cut, I was being set free, because no longer would because I kind of felt like I was being something that I wasn't. Like, okay, I don't have thick hair in the top. It is very thin, but I'm trying to, you know, maneuver it so that it looks like it's thick. And it was a lot of effort on my part. And even when I was out, I was like, I wonder, can anybody see the thinness? Can they see it? And so as I was cutting, man, I just felt so free. Now, I'm no hairstylist. I'm no barber. So when I finished cutting, I looked a hot mess. I was concerned because my husband was going to work. Spencer was working. So when he came home, he was going to have to see that. But I just put my little do-rag on, or I would wrap it, And he's so sweet. He was like, take that off and let me see. I was like, no. Anyway, I did. And he was like, babe, it's beautiful. I know I look a hot mess, but I appreciate his support. Um, but well, I'll finish telling you. So I found a barber. His name is Mark, and I'll check with him to make sure it's okay for me to put his information out there. But that who would come to my house and cut my hair, because we are in COVID, and even having someone come to your house is still a risk. But that was a risk I was willing to take if you saw what my hair was looking like. So anyway, he came and I was super nervous, and he was so patient and so gentle. He even asked, he was like, can I post the before and after? I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I said, I'm very sensitive about this. I'm better now, and I may allow him to post it. But because it was such a transformation. After he cut it, oh my goodness, I thought I felt liberated when I cut it initially, but myself. But man, when he styled it up, I mean, there was no hair. I was totally bald, and this is longer than what it's been in a while. I'm gonna be getting another haircut soon, but yeah, he cut it, and I felt like a new person. I felt like a new woman. I felt freedom is all I can think of, the liberation. And as I went through that process, it was like a rebirthing for me. And I started thinking about relationships. And before I go into that part of it, I'm going to take just a little side um, sidestep. So I try to stay positive. I try to think positive. I try to live a positive life and a life of empowerment, which led me and Spencer to start a apparel company that is SNS Empowerment Apparel.com. You can go to our website, and that's where we have right now mostly t-shirts and hoodies that have encouraging messages. We have so much negativity in the world right now that, and particularly with COVID, that I think we can use some empowerment. We can use some positivity. So that's when we birthed the SNS Empowerment Apparel.com. This shirt that I'm wearing, for the people that's actually watching this video, it just says grateful I woke up like this. This is one of the shirts that we designed. I hope you can see it. And also, I started doing meditations, actually recording them myself, because I was looking for, I do meditations quite often. And one day, Spencer and I were doing our meditation together, and he said, "Babe, are there no Black voices, no African American, no, you know, other than, at the time we were just, the ones that I was listening to were the same ones I listened to all the time." And I was like, huh, let me look and see, which I had looked before, and I only found a few. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I started doing it. So I hope you guys will go to YouTube if you're listening to this on Anchor, and if you're listening to and watching this on YouTube, just check out the meditations. Maybe I'll be able to attach it or put a card up there, so you can just scroll right on over there, and you can find me at the Spirit Life 705 on YouTube. All no spaces, the Spirit Life 705. Okay, so now I'm going back to where I stopped. And that was, I started thinking about relationships and how we hold on to relationships. And in my case, I was thinking about relationships, but it can be anything that we're holding on to. It can be a job. It can be a car. It can be anything that's not serving you well anymore, or it's not trying to hold on to you. The car keeps breaking down, it's costing you a lot of money, or you're on a job, you're not happy there, they're not appreciating you, or you're in a relationship and they're not treating you the way you know you deserve to be treated, and they're doing this on a habitual basis, or they're ignoring you, or they're just not interested the way that you are interested. And that set me free too, to let go. I had some relationships in my life that I just needed to let go. I was just holding on, waiting for things to change. And cutting my hair just liberated me and said, and not only was I able to let it go, I was able to peacefully let it go, and just, you know, bid them farewell, wish them well, and still love them, absolutely. And I'm good with that. I'm good with the love. But I was able to let it go. I'm open to the possibilities of the future. I am. I didn't close the door, put a padlock on it, and, put the boards up. I didn't do that. But I'm also okay with the possibility that the future brings nothing for that relationship. I am okay with it. And I'm just in a great space. And it all started Well, I had written this on my notes that it all started with the haircut. But it really didn't start with the haircut. You know, it started with my hair thinning. And that was a shoot, what, a 15-year process to get me to the point where I can be okay with letting go. Okay? So I just want to encourage you and empower you that if there are things in your life that you're holding on to and it's hurting you more to hold on to it than what it would to let go. And sometimes it feels like letting go is going to hurt more than holding on. But I tell you, letting go, it hurts a little bit. It hurts some, but it doesn't hurt as much as holding on to something or someone who doesn't want you or who doesn't want to hold on to you or who doesn't value you enough to do the things that um, that help you to feel um, like they want you. Okay, so my hair taught me a lesson in letting go, and I am so grateful. And I woke up like this. So I'm pointing to my shirt for those that's on the podcast. All right, I think I'm done with this one. If you guys have any comments on Anchor, you can leave the comments and on uh, where am I? YouTube and Facebook. I will put this on Facebook as well. You can leave me a comment, okay? And any questions that you might have, I'll answer them. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me with um, Living Life with Spirit. I really appreciate you guys. Have an amazing day.